Hello, and welcome back to another stream. I hope you're all well. And this is the one we've all been waiting for. The FlightFactor 777V2 is now out in public beta, so anyone can go ahead and purchase it from the store, which is really cool. And I'm glad that more people can finally go ahead and try this really fantastic aircraft. Now, with the beta also came VNAV, and we're going to see how it goes with VNAV on today's stream. I've had some flights where VNAV has been, perfectly fine, and other flights where VNAV has not been working at all, really. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully VNAV is okay for us today, but it should be a good stream. We've got 2 sectors today, so we're going from here in Madrid, the capital of Spain, and we're going to be hopping over to Barcelona, and then from Barcelona to Nice in the south of France, hence the Air France livery. Hey Coldex, welcome. Hello, hey VSkycheck, welcome as well to the stream. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started here. So we'll get the battery on, external power, and all of this good stuff can go on. I'll brief the route in just a second once we have everything turned on here. So everything is pretty automated in the 777, so everything can go to auto. Nav logo wing can go on. Recirc fans, packs, trim air, all the bleeds can go to auto as well for now. And we'll set the temperature to auto, just like that. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the route on Navigraph. So, here we are, as you can see, at Madrid, and we are departing 36 left, which is this runway here, so a really short taxi for us. And then we're on the Pina 3 November departure. We've got auto running, so we should have some lovely orthos all the way to Barcelona, where we will then descend on this CAS 4 November departure, arrival. And then a runway I've never landed on Barcelona, actually. We're going to be landing on the ILS Yankee runway 02. So, right over the beach, so that should be pretty nice as well. So that's our route for today then. And go back to X-plane here. And also just make sure my Volanta is running as well. Which it is. Fantastic. Alright. Hey, Sim Crash Flyer, welcome. Hey, Caleb, welcome to the stream. Alright, so let's see here then. Let all the systems come alive. Perfect. Look at that. We're not lifetime or anything today. And I do... let me just... Oh, hang on. Just had to fix that. Alright. So hopefully you guys can see everything now. Yep, good. Alright. Jesse, welcome. I'm doing good. How are you? Alright, so where were we? So we can go to external services, get the data from SimBrief. And I don't know why it's a little bit dark. Just reset that just in case. We have got Visual XP reinstalled. And go to airplane, weight and balance, fill from SimBrief. And then we can go to loading page. And we need to actually do this first. So let's go to the purser.
Hi, this is the captain. Hope you are all
so make
well
contact
today.
with them.
Nice to hear you, sir. This is the chief purser.
And let's make contact with the ground crew as well, while we get the APU started. Might take a few tries.
This is the captain. Good day.
Ground is ready.
Alright. So, we can end those calls. We've now made contact, and we can load all of these.
We are ready here for the boarding. We are ready for you to load the catering on board. Please start loading the luggage.
Sure.
Alright, so that is all loading. And alright, why is my display suddenly gone so dark? Let me... What is going on with my displays? Why are they so dark? Is it my master brightness maybe? Not just me, right? My displays do seem pretty dark. Let me just try something really quick here. Just wonder if it's something to do with the lighting. You guys finding the displays dark as well? Let me know. They seem dark on my side, but maybe it's just me. Anyway, let's go ahead and start. So LEMD, we are, that's our reference airport. Put our GPS position in, and we're going to do all this manually today. To LEBL. Runway 36 left for our departure. And we are CUDA 818. Wrong one. That one. Perfect. They're already calling us.
Captain, the luggage loading is complete.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, I think it's just dark because of where the where the sun is at the moment. It should sort itself out. We don't have our sunglasses on or anything. No, we don't. Alright. That's fine. Let's go to departure then. 36 left. Pina 3 November for the departure here. Perfect. So we can activate, go to the next page, and after this, so after Pina, we're going to November 870. November 870 to Ponen. And then to T600. We'll answer the call later. To CASP, so CASPE. There it is. Onto our arrival then, which is going to be the ILS Zulu 02. And the CAS for November. Yep, CAS for November. And we're on the none of these, so put that in there, go to the next page and check this out. Hey Peter, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. So let's make sure there's no discos. Do that. That looks good. Cruise then. We are cruising at flight level 300 today with a cost index of 32. Perfect. I think we have everything almost loaded then. And let's see. Everything on the overhead looks good. APU gen can go on. I don't know if it's the last update on XPlane, but the cockpits are considerably darker. I've not had the issue, so I'm not entirely sure why my displays and this 321's parked right next to us. Not entirely sure why my displays are a little bit dark here, but I think it might be just where we are, like our position. So, and let's see, what did they want?
I am all ears.
Sir, passengers are on board. We are ready.
Thanks.
I don't have the enhancer mod, no.
Captain, the catering loading is complete.
Alright, so they're just telling us that all the loading is done. Perfect. So loading's done. We didn't do fuel because we got 18 tons on board already. We'll leave that for now, and if we need to add more fuel for our trip to Nice, then we'll add more later. Oh, there we are. It looks like the lighting just almost sorted itself out. So, alright. Optimize CG then. And, alright, so what was our gross weight? Oh, jeez, they are really dark, aren't they? The displays right now. No idea why. Hopefully they fix themselves. If not, we'll restart the sim when we get to Barcelona. But it's just about manageable for now. So 178.1 gives us a gross weight of 160, zero fuel weight of 160, which is about right. And then our reserves today, so our alternate is Palma de Mallorca, so we need 3.6 tons for that, and then 2.5, so that gives us 6.1 tons for our reserve. And then we'll do a takeoff 2 for now. The perf calc is in here, so how to fuel the plane. I know where to put the fuel in, but I don't know where to pump it in. So when you go here, you go to airplane weight balance, you tell it how much fuel you want, you go to loading page and you click load here. That's all you gotta do. And have we got the APU on? We do. So let's disconnect the external power and call the purser. And we can close all the doors and get ready to go here. So doors, let's close them all.
Please close all doors.
Will do.
If we go to performance and then airport, actually we can copy the data from there. It's going to be dry wind. I'm going to grab all this from Navigraph. It is 300 at 5. The temperature is 29 degrees and QNH 1012. Hey, the Flying Scotsman, welcome. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, I am using Visual XP, but as far as I know, it shouldn't make a difference. Let's try something. Yeah, so everything is off with Visual XP now, and it's still looking how it is. I might actually, very quickly, let's just see. And then go back to real weather. I just want to see if this makes any difference. I think once we move from our position, we'll be fine. But yeah, I don't think it's Visual XP because I've been using Visual XP with the 777 today and yesterday, and it's been fine. So anyway, let's turn all this good stuff back on. All right. I think it'll sort itself out in a second. So QNH. We put 1012 in, didn't we? Flaps 5, anti-ice off. Takeoff weight was... What did we put in here? 178.1. So 178100. And our CG 30. You can calculate that. Is there a route request function for the flight plan? You can load from a saved flight plan in the company route folder in XPlane. So you can load from a file, but not directly from SimBrief just yet. But that's coming in the future. Right, so there's our performance then. So selected temp 93, flaps 5. 93. Flaps 5. B speeds 128, 128, 135. Alright, and our CG was 30. So we get a trim of 3.75. Put that in. There it is. Get these online. All the doors should be closed so we can take them to arm.
All ears.
Can I make a 777V2 tutorial? Yeah, absolutely, I can do that.
Affirmative. All doors armed.
And alright, let's go to talk to the ground crew and get rid of all the equipment.
Yes, sir.
So remove equipment
Go ahead
and close
disconnect
hatch.
all ground equipment.
Sure I can.
I'm just gonna check
Please make sure
one
all
thing.
hatches are closed and all personnel clear.
All personnel is clear. You may pressurize.
Alright. Alright. So everyone is clear now. I'm just gonna remove these cones from here. Let's get better pushback. Better pushback. Do you want to work? There it is.
Ground to cockpit. Canon knowledge. Coming through the menu when you are ready.
Does everything shut? It is. Okay, that's not working for some reason, so we'll...
Ground to cockpit. Tau is driving up.
Right, so let's put in our cruise altitude, which was 300. V2 was 135, so I'll put that in here. Flight directors, auto throttles on. Hey mate, I've been getting issued a trim to work. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. What's the trim command? Let me see what the trim command is. Maybe you need to change the command you're using. So use this pitch trim down and pitch trim up, just the default ones, and that works for me. You can see when I trim, the button on the yoke moves, and you can see the trim moving here as well. Alright, well, we're good to go. I really hope the displays return to normal here.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
So, alright. And yeah, we're gonna push back out here to the right. So fuel pumps can go on. Everything else is good to go. Beacon can go on. I have that, but I don't know if it's hydraulics or electrical error I'm doing.
Start connected and bypass being inserted. Release parking brake.
For the trim. Alright, we can release parking brake.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
And let's start the engines then.
Best
So
of luck
engine
and
number
see you
1
next time.
first.
Thank you very much.
Pushing back nicely. Beautiful, look at that. There goes the left engine. I do fly Microsoft Flight Sim sometimes. My main sim really is XP12, but I fly both sims. I enjoy both sims for sure. One thing I forgot. Oh, geez, you can't see anything on here. What is this? This must be a bug, I guess. No idea why I suddenly have this. Just optimize the CG as well. And looks like we've got a good start on engine number 1. Let's start engine number 2. And we can go flaps 5. We can ignore that for now. Yeah, no idea what's up with my displays. I'll probably I think I might have to... I'll restart XPlane when we get to Barcelona. But no idea what's going on with these displays. Maybe if I pop them out. See, they look normal when they're popped out. Need to set a QNH 1012. Alright. No bug but exposure settings in XPlane. Yeah, I've not had this before though. When my displays are just really dim. I've not had it before at all. So I don't know what's happening there. See lots of aircraft here. Hey, Codex. Yeah. No idea what it is though, to be honest.
Operation complete.
Set the parking brake. We've got flaps 5 set. Good start on both engines. Yeah, the exposure is fine. It's literally just the displays that are really dim for some reason. Hey, Codex gifted 1 membership. Codex, thank you really very much. I really appreciate that. And Sim Crash Flyer, lucky you got a 1 month CUDA membership then, part of the CUDA club. So do say thank you to Codex. Dim displays are a dev thing. Yeah, this is the first time I've had it though, so I think it may have been a bug when I loaded the aircraft. Try the master light up on the top panel, push the middle bit in and turn clockwise. So if I don't push it in, it doesn't make any difference. If I push it in,
Stow is disconnected and bypass
yeah,
has
see?
been removed. Hand signal on the left.
It's on
See you next
absolute
time
max,
and have
so
a safe flight.
doesn't seem to want to do anything. I think the aircraft potentially just needs a restart, but we'll restart when we get to Barcelona. It's okay for now. That can go off, lights can go on. That can go to deny. And let's go then. So we'll taxi on out of here. What does OAT, INTX and ATM mean and where do I get that info? So OAT is the temperature. You can get that from the METAR. So I use Navigraph to get the METAR, but you can get it from anywhere online really. INTX is if you're doing an intersection takeoff. So you put the intersection, I think the distance available once you've used the intersection. So the aircraft knows that you won't have as much runway. And then ATM, actually I'm not sure what ATM is. I think that's the assumed temperature for your departure. So LNAV is engaged. We'll leave, we can engage VNAV as well. Alright. Yeah, so I do apologise about the really dim displays. Got no idea what causes that, but the runway is here to our right, so we can get our lights on.
Clear left.
Clear right.
And TCAS can go on as well. Weather radar. Not that we're going to be able to see it. Yeah, it's an interesting bug. I've not seen this one before. Alright, so we'll line up with the runway. Give it 40% on the M1.
Runway 36 left.
And toga. Hope the displays maybe sort themselves out. I did try the master light. Yeah, I did. I did the Flying Scotsman. It didn't really want to do anything. Right, well, there's 80 knots already. There's V1. Rotate. There it goes. Positive rate, gears going up. Look at the performance on this thing. And we'll pitch down. You know what we could do? I've just had an idea. If we go night flight. You can actually see things now, but I'm gonna have to just Sometimes it doesn't like to, the lighting gets really strange. There it is. So if we now go back to... Right, that is miles better. So, flaps 1. So this is a bug in the LNAV, if I disable that. The bug in the LNAV here where it sort of does this. It did it earlier as well, but it will fly to the waypoint. That needs fixing. That wasn't there previously, that's a new thing. I'll get some lighting on. Right, so we can see our displays now at least. And flaps can go up. I just need to... Which one is for the panel lights? There it is. Nice. Yeah. I know the lighting gets really weird sometimes and then you have to refresh the weather. It's very strange. So we are climbing out nicely now. Refresher, what other 3 aircraft are good besides Zebo? The Aerogenesis A330 is pretty decent. Why are your graphics so beautiful? I'm using Visual XP today and it does look pretty good. Although I need to adjust that because that's a little bit green, isn't it? Very slightly. So let's just adjust the preset a little bit. It's a little bit better. Yeah, the Aerogenesis A330 boat. I did a stream on it. So, the reason we're still at 220 is because we have a restriction. There it goes to 240. If I bring up the charts here. And if I go to... 10-3 Lima I need as a chart, so let's see. 10-3 next page. Where's the next page? There it is. This one. Where's it gone? There it is. So if we load this chart and do this, we can see here we have the max 240 knots. Above 10,000 now. Alright, off we go. I didn't want it to be a night flight because we have auto and everything running. The Dash 8 is a cool plane too, yeah. I've got the Fly JSM Q400, so I need to try it out for sure. In fact, I've flown it a few times. I just need to get some of the flows down a little bit better. See if maybe the lighting has fixed itself a little bit. That's... yeah, things still don't look right in the cockpit. But it's a little bit better than before, I'd say. But yeah, look at this beautiful terrain. Please make a 777V2 tutorial. Don't understand the AFB and how to load. FlightFactor do have some videos on it, but I can do some as well for sure. Hey Mint Miller, welcome. Thank you very much. The Dash 8, no, that's the Fly JSIM is not free as far as I know. Turn up the lighting from X-plane in the top menu. Do you mean in the screenshot controls? Yeah, that's not making a difference because as you can see, I can increase the exposure and now it looks normal, but outside is overexposed. So I leave it on auto for now. Interesting. We'll restart the plane later and get it all working as per usual again. But for now, we can enjoy these lovely views out the window. Look at that. Very nice. VNAV should be doing its thing. It is 250, so if we go to VNAV here, the climb speed is 252, which is what it's doing, so that's working well. May have something to do with the maintenance. I have maintenance off though, that's the thing. If I go to simulation, so if I go to airplane failures, reset all, I don't have any failures. Electrical. See, everything is inactive right now. So fuel, nav, warning. Yeah, not sure. Don't know why it's doing that. But it's a little bit better than it was before. When we have there, it looks normal. So, but we'll restart the plane and figure it out afterwards in Barcelona. Let's see here. Get some nice views going. Yeah, all the maintenance and failures and random failures are really fantastic, but I generally turn them off just because I do a lot of flying in the 777, and the last thing I want is a random failure to occur, you know, when I'm doing a long haul overnight and I'm not at my PC to fix it, if that makes sense. So, but they are pretty good, it works pretty well. I just don't tend to use them. The engine animation is really nice. One of the nicest I've seen. Yeah, got auto running, looks really nice. Very happy with it recently. Yes, I only use the fails when training. Yeah, absolutely. I don't tend to use... The only time I've used random failures is during our random failure stream. So unless it's a dedicated reason like that, they're generally all turned off. But that's just personal preference, really. And overhead is okay. I think we can get... Oh, the light's already off. That's good. We already did that. Climbing through flight level 280 then. Nice wing view. Just had an idea as to what it potentially could be because I just updated my AVI tab. No. I did update AVI tab to the latest version, so in fact we should be able to let's see. If it loads. It's a good start for AVI tab. Anyway, we're at our cruise altitude. As we can see here. Hopefully that's a bit more clear. And we can see our top of descent here as well. So VNAV worked just fine there on that climb out actually. So let's see how it works on this descent. Use AVI tab charts as taxi charts. Yeah, absolutely, works really well. But I just installed the latest version before this stream, and now it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Fantastic. Does Navigraph still work? Let me check. So if we go LEBL, my Navigraph isn't connected, I don't think. Let me see if I can do this then. Fantastic, that's all done. Now we should have our charts. There they are. So let's see what charts we need for this departure. We need 10-2D, so that's an approach chart. Sorry, that is a arrival chart. So 10-2 Delta, so we need that one. And let's go back to there, and we need, the next one is the approach 11-1. Isla Zulu 02. Fantastic. Obviously I already have all these up on my Navigraph, but I can't show that to you guys because it's on a separate tablet, but I can bring them up here for you at least. And that one. Does VNAV work now? It's working fine right now. I've had one flight where it worked really well, one flight where it's not worked so well. So let's see how it goes on these two flights today. And that's the last one. Alright, so we got our charts up. Oh, and what we can do as well is... so if we go to the map page, we can use these. Yeah. Very nice. Alright, so where are we? About 80 miles from top of descent then. Very nice, look at this. Beautiful sounds. And there you get taxi routes. Yes, absolutely, yeah. Very good if you don't have, I guess if you don't have Navigraph. I think you still get access to that, don't you? So, congrats on 2K. Thank you very much. I will be doing my 2K subscriber special quite soon as well. I just need to get it all planned. Looks like we're all being called.
Do you want something?
Sir, the cabin is secure and safety.
Oh, okay. That's from when we took off, so that's fine. Very nice. Visual XP clouds look just fantastic. They really do. How's the FPS in the 777? The FPS in the 777 is really good. I get a little bit more FPS than I do in the towless aircraft. So very, very well optimized. No worries at all. They are very, very well optimized aircraft. It really is. Just cruising along then. Should be quite a nice approach into Barcelona. There's the aircraft there. That's from Traffic Global. Do you know when the 300 and the freighter variant will come out? I've got no idea, unfortunately. I'm really looking forward to the freighter variant, that's for sure. Because I love flying cargo in the sim. But yeah, I've got no idea so far. I think they're working on the various engines and then variants. As far as I know, the next engines to come are the PW engines, as far as I know. A nice view down here for when we land. Yeah, there's something definitely weird with X-Plane's lighting. Because that's with Visual XP completely off. That looks abnormal, right? Not just me. There's definitely an issue with X-Plane's current lighting. It's a bit glitched, I think. So yeah, that's why we'll restart. I think it is just the lighting is glitched at the moment. No idea why it's done that, but it has. Of course, it's going to happen on stream, so... That looks a little bit more normal. So still just waiting on the top of the descent then. Almost there. There's a reset MCP out, in fact. So our first restriction is... I might just very quickly set a key binding here for AviTab. There it is. So I don't have to keep going through the menu. So I think our first waypoint is CASP, so 250 and 280 knots. So we can set 250. Actually, it's under 250, so the next restriction is 160, so I might just set 160 now. Leave that as it is, see what it does. I think this wing view is quite nice here, isn't it? So it should start descending in a minute. Just going to leave the ND up here so we can monitor it. There it is. So leave that there. For monitoring. Otherwise it gets difficult to see what's going on. We're going to use auto brake 2. In fact, no, we'll go auto brake 1 for the landing. The performance calculator for landing isn't currently implemented properly, so that's coming soon as well. But so far, I'd say VNAV is doing okay. We'll see how it manages the descent. There's a turn. Right. Let's see how it does on the descent. And then when we land in Barcelona, we'll restart the sim and make our way up to Nice. Top of the descent coming in there. We've got a bit of a crosswind, as you can see here. Our heading is 101, but our track is a bit less than that, about 97 degrees roughly. I'm just going to check the minimums. So let's see here. I think we're class Delta, so 330, we'll set that. Let's set 330. There's the top of descent. There we go, all the way down. See how this handles them. It might ask for speed brake, but I think it's okay for now. As you can see, lovely orthos all the way down today. Right, so it's right on profile, which is nice. Looking good for now. And by CASP, we should be under 250, flight level 250. What we can do is... a bit better. Maybe intermediately we can just do this so we can actually see what's going on. That works. That's what we're gonna have to do for the meantime. Good job we can pop the displays out. Alright. Well, yeah, let's monitor how this does on the descent then. Yeah, look at these lovely, lovely orthos. So now we're a little bit low in profile, but that's fine. Just monitoring how this is, how it's doing. So far, so good. You have 30 knot tailwind. Yes, at the moment, yeah. So by physics you should be pushed by the wind a bit and therefore a bit fast. We're a couple of knots fast by about 4 knots at the moment on profile. Fast by about 3 or 4 knots. It's only a 20 knot tailwind now. Oh, by 10 to 20 knots fast. Right, I see. But this is a larger aircraft than the 737, so maybe it's not affected as much, considering the weight is a lot higher, potentially. But for now, it's managing okay. I mean, we're at the speed we want it to be. We're on profile. Yes, I think the 7.3 would struggle a little bit potentially, but the 777 is a lot heavier, so I don't think it's affected by the winds as much. A 15 knot wind, I don't think will do a huge amount to the aircraft. But now it's okay. Obviously, I don't know what the exact numbers are regarding all this, but you know, it looks good to me. It's working, so. Hey, non-stop, welcome. Yeah, VNAV is fine on the way up. Yeah, absolutely. So far, VNAV has performed pretty much as expected. And as you can see, it says we're going to be at this next waypoint here, which is Bravo Lima 678. So when we hit 16,000, that's what I've got set on the MCP. So that is working perfectly as well. Yeah, 737 fuselage is as big as a GE90 engine, absolutely. It's a question of how slippery the aircraft is in the air. Yes, absolutely, yeah. So, looking good for now then. This will be a regular ILS approach. The ILS generally has performed okay, so. Do you find textures in the cockpit too light? No, so, funny thing, I'm watching my stream, you know, I've got it running on my phone so I can monitor chat, and the textures come across a lot lighter, a lot more washed out on my phone. The whole stream is a bit more washed out on my phone, whereas for me, you know, looking at my monitor, it's definitely not as washed out. It's a bit darker, but no, I find the cockpit texture is just fine. I think my stream, the colors are a little bit off to what I'm seeing on my monitor. That's potentially why. Yeah, the washed out is the stream, which I will fix because I don't know why it's doing that. We've got some weird lighting and all sorts going on in XPlane today. That's why I'm about to pop out the displays, because otherwise the displays are way too dim, which is really weird. But I'm going to restart XPlane soon as well. But yeah, that is just a stream. The textures are absolutely fantastic. They're really very good. What do you think is missing in the plane right now? I think the VNAV is still a little bit buggy. If that gets fixed, I couldn't get an RNAV approach to work earlier, so I think I don't think that functionality is in yet. We definitely need the landing performance. That's not in yet. So there's a couple of things missing, but it's really getting there. Remember, this is still an early beta build. This isn't the final release candidate for the aircraft. And we don't need to worry about the QNH just yet because we're not below the transition altitude, but we can preset it, and our preset QNH is 1014. So we'll get it ready. 16,000, we can go down and command it all the way down to 6,000 now. That's fine. It's a very nice plane, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the sounds are really good. Very, very good. So I think what I need to do is, I need to adjust my monitor settings and my NVIDIA settings, so that what you guys see on stream is what I see on my monitor, roughly, at least color-wise. Because the stream on my phone, at least, does look a bit more washed out than what my simulator looks like on my monitor. So, still on the profile, a little bit fast, but that could be due to the, well, we've not got much of a tailwind now. Let's see how it does. I do want to get the lights on. And I also want to get my performance, so 131 we'll put in, so VREF plus 5, that would do us just fine. So a little bit fast now, it's about 260, so 10 knots over at the moment. I'm going to leave everything as it is for now. Is that saying drag required? It is. That's fine, so we'll put a bit of drag out. Half speed brake for now, just to help it a little bit. And there, suddenly now we're high. For some reason, which is interesting, and it's started to dive a little bit. Now it's pitching up again. This is what I mean by the VNAV is not perfect yet, because that was obviously a little bit strange. Now we're extremely fast, so let's slow it down. We're doing okay for altitude. The profile says we're high, but I think we're okay. Better than no VNAV, yeah, but it is a little bit more buggy than what I thought it would be. You really do gotta keep your eye on it. Earlier I did a flight, and I set my MCP to 10,000, so it shouldn't have descended below 10,000, and it did, and it just continued going all the way down. If I didn't intervene, it would have just, you know, gone into the ground. So you got to keep your eye on it, you really do. We'll arm the speed brake for now, let's see how it does. But you really got to manage it a bit more than you have to in real life. Below 10,000, so we're going down to 6,000. At Ulca we need to be max 250 knots. We're under that already, so that's perfect. And then we'll be joining from the ILS, from Turkey we'll go straight to the ILS at Sanis, and we got a platform altitude of 2,000 there, so yes, absolutely V-sky check, yeah. So it's doing okay for now. We're descending nicely. We don't want to get fast here. Now it says we're on profile. I think that's going to be asking for drag, isn't it? That's going to be asking for drag. So I'll put a little bit out, but not too much. I'm going to local QNH now on both sides. We have our minimum set. We've got auto brake 1 set as well. Nice view. Or arm the speed brake again. So after this turn, we can descend down to 4,000, and then after top key, we can descend down to 2,000. So see there how the VNAV updates, and you know, we were on profile and now we're suddenly 500 feet high. It's a little bit strange. A little bit strange for sure. Hey Loki, welcome. So the reason for all the panels is because our... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Because our regular panels are really dim for some reason. No idea why. So I've had to put these here so we can see. I'm going to have to restart the sim once we land. We've got some sort of lighting bug going on. Alright, so we can go down to 4,000 now. Now it says we're on profile again. Now it should, by top key, slows down to 220 because the chart says... the chart here says top key max 220 knots. So let's see what it does here. It should slow us down. So, I'm not sure if it is going to slow us down here. We've got 4 miles to go. Let's see if it makes a speed restriction. I don't think it is. It's actually speeding up rather than slowing down. We have Barcelona over to the left, so the airport is just over there. What's it asking for? Drag. We can put a bit of drag out. There's 220, but that's late. I mean, 1.5 miles before the waypoint to slow it down to 220. I'm not sure. We might make it though, but that seems a bit late. It said drag required. I put the speed brakes out. It complains about speed brake extended. Couple of issues, to be honest. So we did actually make 220 just about. We can, we're going to set 2,000 now, which is our platform altitude. And then we'll intercept the ILS from there. So here. We're coming to Sanis and then make a left turn to the ILS. Is it hard to learn more of an Airbus guy? No, honestly, it's... well, I knew the 737 before, but it's a fairly automated aircraft. You just got to get used to some of the Boeing differences. There's not too many, but it's not too difficult for an aircraft to learn. It does a lot of it manually as well, to be fair. You can honestly just follow one of my streams and that should get you up and running. I will do a couple of videos on the 777 as well, but it's very automated. Just a Boeing, obviously the FMC is a bit different, or quite a lot different to the Airbus MCDU. So the way you input everything in there is different, but it's also pretty sort of self-explanatory, so it's not too bad. If you're going to learn a Boeing aircraft, this is one of the easier ones, I would say. This and the 787 are quite automated. So I'm going to manually take the speed now. I normally do this anyway. But I'm going to slow it down to 180, otherwise we're going to end up being fast here. And yeah, I agree with V-SkyCheck there. The Zebra mod is probably the best aircraft in the sim to learn Boeing. And to be honest, once you know the 737, most of the aircraft like this, the 787, are a lot easier. Because the 737 is a bit more manual, but it's a lot of fun to fly. 737 is a lot of fun. But the VNAV is a bit weird on this right now, so... No worries, Lone. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Right, so I can see the glide slope indicator just came in, so did the localizer, so that's good. We're below profile, which is also good. I'm going to set flaps 5 as we slow down here. I'll rearm the speed brake. And I will arm the approach as well. We should intercept this ILS. There it goes. Now we should have been down at 2,000, but oh, that is a steep turn. Right, there's the localizer. We've got localizer capture on the FMA. You can see we're still on VNAV path at the moment, and then GS is in white, so we're still waiting to capture that. But now, there's the localizer coming in. It's actually captured that beautifully. Overshot a tiny bit, but it's not too bad at all. Can't complain. That's pretty good. And we're 9 miles out. You can see on DME there. Still quite fast. Uh, 180 actually okay for now. I am going to slow it down to 160. Because this aircraft doesn't like to slow down on final. Yeah, you've got to be ahead of it on final. Especially when you're heavy. Max 185 not to overshoot. Yep, that's fair enough. Maybe I was a bit fast on that intercept. And it was a 90-degree intercept anyway, so that wasn't too bad. Normally you do a 30-degree or something. We'll put the gear down, go flaps 15 in a second here. In fact, we'll do it now. Gear down, flaps 15. There is the runway. There's a glide slope capture as well, fantastic. And let's go 131 now, which is our approach speed. And let's see here. This is the runway, so we're gonna probably, if we can vacate here November 5, that'd be great. If not, it'll be here Tango 4 probably. Let's see. Flaps 25. See here the gear, fantastic. We got flaps 30 then. And I will take manual control at this stage. Oh, I still need to get a keybind for my for the yoke, so I don't have to use that one. But yeah, let's guide this thing in. We got a nice headwind, about 5 knots, not too bad. So holding 131 knots on the localizer, on the glide slope. Hopefully this is a nice landing. You can see the TCAS mode just went to TA only there, under 1,000 foot. Don't want to get too high here, but we're looking good for now. Right on the glide slope and localizer. Never flown this approach into Barcelona before actually. See our minimums are coming up.
500.
Should get a minimums call soon.
Approaching minimums.
approaching minimums. There's the minimums. We'll continue the landing. Looking good for now. That aircraft better not enter the runway. They are, aren't they? Oh no, they stopped. Fantastic.
100.
Thought we were gonna have to go around then.
40, 30, 20, 10.
There it is. Nose will come down nicely, right on the center line. Reversers are out. Descending nicely with auto brake 1. We're gonna miss that exit, so we'll take Tango 4 like we said. And we'll alright, speed brake can go up.
1,000 feet remaining.
Flaps can go up, and we'll take this exit here. I'm gonna get rid of these now.
Clear left.
Clear right.
Okay, we cut that a little bit, didn't we? But that's fine. Wasn't a bad landing at all. And we'll taxi to the gate, we'll shut down, take a look at the replay, and then we'll restart the sim for our second leg. Hey, Minol1. Hey, I'm new here. Wanted to ask you, what do you think about Microsoft Flight Sim, and especially what you saw about Microsoft Flight Sim 2024? Yeah, so I do like Microsoft Flight Sim. I do use it as a simulator. While I do prefer generally XPlane, and XPlane is my main sim. I think it's Microsoft Flight Sim is still a great sim, and it really depends what you're looking for in a sim. You know, so for me,
2, 4, right.
because I'm training as a real-world pilot and doing my PPL right now as well, things like systems and flight model are quite important to me. Whereas for some people that might not be the case, and in which case graphics might be more important. So it really depends, but great sim. Really excited for what Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 will bring. Hopefully some system updates and some flight model updates too. Yeah, great simulator in my opinion. It does need some work though. Like the camera system, I really want a good overhaul of the camera system, a good replay mode. The flight model needs to be improved in my opinion. It's okay for a casual sim, but for any sort of training, it's not up there. Microsoft Flight Sim is definitely more of a casual sim. Thinking about Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 for its Airbus compatibility, because I'm also thinking of getting the Airbus TCA pack. The Airbus TCA pack works on X-Plane just as well. So, you know, it will work just as fine. There's plenty of great Airbus sims for X-Plane. You know, the towless Airbus aircraft are the best in flight sim, in my opinion. The Phoenix are very, very good, but the towless are slightly better in terms of systems and the flight model, in my opinion. But yeah, it really depends what you're looking for, why you want the sim. Is it, you know, for a casual sort of hobby, or are you looking to try and do some real-world preparation for some training or something, if you're looking to be a pilot in the real world? Anyway, we'll park up here. Just very, very quickly. So I want to take a look at the replay quickly and then restart the sim. Alright, so we'll park it there. I'm just going to end the flight on Volanta. Perfect. And let's see. Volanta didn't even recognize that I landed. Maybe it was that smooth. But let's see here. Trying to be a pilot in real life and still a long way in terms of time, if you know what I mean. So if you're looking to be a real world pilot and practice, look at these. Look at this bug here. Interesting. and practice sort of airliner flying or general aviation flying, then I recommend X-Plane first, X-Plane 12. While it graphically might not look as good, you can definitely get it looking quite nice. But yeah, the flight model in X-Plane is a lot more realistic, and so is the weather model. Not bad at all. There's definitely a lighting issue here we currently have. The lighting looks very strange, but that's why we're going to restart the sim. But yeah, yeah, if you're looking to be a real-world pilot, 100% recommend X-Plane. Microsoft Flight Sim is also great, but if you can only get one, I'd recommend X-Plane 12. And you can start with the Zebra 737, the freeware 737 add-on, and it's really one of the best aircraft in the sim, and it's free. Alright, well that was a nice landing. Happy with that one. Very nice. Alright, so I'm just going to restart the sim here. And we'll start our second leg onto Nice. What I thought was, since I just wanted to say we're practically the same price, TOLIS 320 or Microsoft Flight Sim with the InnyBuilds A32NX. The graphics... Just trying to close X-Plane here. Alright, so screen's going to go black for you guys, but that's fine. We'll... I'm going to just restart X-Plane. I hope you guys can still hear me. I'm going to empty my shader cache as well, just in case that's causing any issues. And alright, yeah, so for Airbus aircraft, I would really recommend just going for the TOLIS and X-Plane. The InnyBuilds A320 is not very good in my opinion. It's really not that realistic, and you know, I've got friends who are real world Airbus A320 pilots, and they were using the TOLIS aircraft to train on. Hence why I'm recommending it at the moment. If you do want to use Microsoft Flight Sim, then for Microsoft Flight Sim, if you want to, you know, use Airbus aircraft, then go for the Phoenix aircraft. They're very, very good. The TOLIS aircraft do have a bit of an edge, I think, though. Zebra 737 is the freeway, yeah. You're on X-Plane 11, not 12. Right, X-Plane 11 is still pretty good. It's not the same. X-Plane 12 has a much better flight model, systems modeling. The lighting is better, and the weather model is a lot better as well. So I would recommend upgrading to X-Plane 12 if you have a PC that can run it. Is my advice. I am just loading X-Plane 12 back up in the background. Hopefully it should fix our lighting issue. But yeah, my recommendation, upgrade to X-Plane 12. Get the TOLIS A3, whichever one you want. I started with the A321 with the Neo expansion. Problem I'm dealing with is money, so Phoenix 320 is a no-no. Well, the Phoenix A320 is quite cheap. It's much cheaper than the TOLIS aircraft. So that might be cheaper, potentially. But if you already have X-Plane 11, you can get the TOLIS aircraft for X-Plane 11 as well. Or you can wait till Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 comes out and make your mind up then. But I don't think the flight model will be anywhere near to X-Plane still. So the Phoenix is £40. No, it's the Phoenix is £40, not 120. No, the Phoenix is £40. The tow list is $80, I believe. Actually, the towless aircraft are on sale right now as well for, I think, 65, if I remember right. Alright, X-Plane has loaded. I know you guys can still see a black screen, but I'll fix that in a second. I just have to cycle something in OBS. Alright, so. And we are back. Fantastic. Yeah, you can make your choice once Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 comes out, absolutely. Why is the stream stuck on a black... There it is. Alright, we're back. Fantastic. See, it's still extremely overexposed again. If we just... start the aircraft here. I just want to see what the displays are like. The EFB is back to normal at least. Externally, it's very overexposed still. Is this a visual? Is this a bug or is this Visual XP being annoying? It's Visual XP. Let me turn some of this stuff down. There it is. I think that's a bit better there. At least our display's back to normal. Yeah, I'm going to have to mess around with Visual XP a little bit because it seems like I'm getting lighting issues with it. So... interesting. Anyway, let's just get on with the flight then. I'm just glad our displays are back to normal. So, we go again for our second leg today then. Everything goes to auto. Really simple aircraft to start up. Auto, packs. So let's put these on auto for the temperatures. But if don't want to upgrade to XP12, TOLA is still a good aircraft to have. Yes, absolutely. The TOLAs are still a very good aircraft even in X-Plane 11. But I do really recommend upgrading to 12 if you can. Get the APU started. And I'm going to need to do the sim brief. So let's load sim brief in the background here. And we are doing LEBL to LFMN in the 777V2. There it is. We'll calculate that. Generate it. Perfect. And if I go into Navigraph now and load up the new flight. So your opinion is to stick with XP 11 because I don't want to buy XP 12 instead of Microsoft Flight Sim. Yes, yeah. At the moment, and then we can see how Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 is like, and buy the TOLAS 320. If you're training to be a pilot, and that's really what you want to do, then yes, that is my recommendation. So let's see what approach we're doing here. That will work, I think. So we'll do that. That works just like that. Perfect. So that's our route today then. 24 left. We are departing off of and then the Dow 1 Charlie all the way over to the south of France here. And then we're on the Abla 7 Romeo arrival and the ILS Yankee 204 right. So that's what we'll do there then. Perfect. I'm really glad our displays are finally back. Just going to load the new flight on my tablet as well. There it is. Perfect. And get Volanta running as well in the background. Yeah, the Tolis aircraft are really very good for training. And like I said, I have some friends who fly the 320 in real life, and that's what they prefer to use for training. Right, well, so pause in it. We are at Lima Echo Bravo Lima. And we are going from there to, so Lima Echo Bravo Lima. To LFMN, so Lima Foxtrot Mike November. Right now I'm not training to be a pilot, just got into 10th year. I'm not the one monitoring money to, but my hobby is aviation for sure. Screens are better, yeah. The restart fixed the screens, yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, if you're planning to do commercial training, then you might as well start off with a good product, right, and work your way up from there. But it's really up to you. If you want, you know, the really nice graphics of Microsoft Flight Sim, then the Phoenix are very good as well. It's very much personal preference. So flight number. But I will say that I'm, you know, doing my PPL right now, and I fly a Cessna 152, and I tried the 152 in Microsoft Flight Sim. And I've also tried a couple of different Cessna 152s in X-plane, and the X-plane ones definitely handle a lot closer to how the real one does for sure. So, put our route in here. So from Dallin, we're going to from Dallin to November 870. This is the airway, and then to Dibber, so D-I-B-E-R. Then we're off to Sosa, so S-O-S-U-R. To Sophie, S-O-F-F-Y, so S-O-F-F-Y. Then we're back onto the airway, so UM, so Uniform Mike 976. 976. To MRM. UY 122, so Uniform Yankee 122. 122 to ABLAK, so ABLAK, and then we're on to our arrival. So arrival Yankee 04 right is what we're doing, so ILS 04 right Yankee, perfect, on the Abla 7 Romeo with the Mus 1 transition. Perfect. So we'll activate and execute that. Graphics are just a side thing. My goal is to fly 320 since it's the most popular plane in the real world. It'll give me more opportunities in the future. Yeah, fair enough then. Yeah, Tolis is the way to go for sure. And we'll just check here. Get rid of this vectors. And our flight plan looks good. Let's go to our perf in it. AP gen can go on. Overhead looks good. Right. Cruise 280 then. That's what we're cruising at today. Cost index of 87. And what I am going to do is go to airplane, weight balance. I actually need to load from SimBrief, don't I? So let's get the data from SimBrief. Processing, that's what we want. Weight balance, fill from SimBrief. And I'm just going to, for the sake of time, just simultaneous full load. And then what we're going to do is go to weight balance. And what's our gross weight today? In fact, let's look at what our zero fuel weight is. Zero fuel weight 175.3. One other thing, how do you work with SimBrief? For me, it's a big bunch of pixels. How do I know what to put in every box so I can generate the flight? I heard about some paid version, but I use free. I'll explain that once I take off. Right now, I'm gonna let's get the flight underway, and then I can explain SimBrief and Navigraph and the differences in the cruise, if that's okay. So reserves, our alternate. We need 3.6 tons plus 2.6. That's 7.2. For the reserve today, let's do our performance calculation as well. So we can copy FMC data. Condition is dry. Let's get our weather. And this I'm getting from Navigraph. In all as well, if you want, feel free to DM me on Discord, asking my Discord server about all of these things. More than happy to help there as well. And for anyone else. Temperature is 26 degrees, QNH 1015. Flaps 5, anti-ice is off. Takeoff weight is 189.1. 00. And our CG. So it's actually 1897 and then 32 for our CG. So I'm going to change this to 1897. 32 for the CG. Calculate that. 93, 132, 132, 139. So 93 here. When I see the CFB, I'm a little scared how I can find my way to all this stuff. Yeah, it takes a while to get used to it, but it's a really good EFB. Once you get used to it, that is. Takeoff, flaps 5, and we were doing 132, 132, 139. So 132, 132, 139. CG was 32. 3.5 on the trim, so I'll set that now. There it is. And I think we're good to go. Let's get pushback.
Please, show me where you want to go.
I'm going to push back into this empty stand here. That'll be the best way.
Ground to cockpit. Tau is driving up.
And let's close all the doors and everything now.
This is the captain. How do you hear?
Hello, sir.
That's just the reflection from the overhead. But anyway, doors.
I would
Close
like
all
the
those.
doors to be closed now.
Will do.
And contact the ground crew.
Hi, this is the captain. Hope you are all doing well today.
Good to hear you, sir. The ground personnel is at your service.
Alright, and let's remove all the equipment
Please remove all
and
ground-
close hatches.
Certainly.
Close all hatches.
Okay,
Ready to
all
proceed.
doors and hatches are closed.
Just
Ready to
let the
connect.
personnel know. Pressurize.
Perfect. So that's all done. Just need to get rid of these cones. Perfect. Fuel can go on. Fuel pumps. Beacon can go on. Ready for the pushback. Yeah, this lighting is much nicer now, isn't it? Aircraft looks great. Yeah, it does. This is much better. This is how it should look. I definitely had some sort of issue before. Yeah, this looks really, really nice here. We need to set a QNH 1015 on both sides. Our cruise alt is flight level 280.
Start connected and bypass being inserted. Release parking
We
brake.
will release the parking brake.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
V2 is 139, so I'm going to put that in. Flight directors,
skies to you guys.
auto throttle can go on, and let's start the engine. So we'll start engine number 2 first. Auto start, so we can put the fuel right in. There's our load sheet, so we can see everything in there. Was watching the Tolis trailer and it looks great. It is. It looks really great. I did a review on the Tolis A340 if you want to check it out on xplanereviews.com. But the other, you know, the Tolis A319, 20 and 21 are just as good. They really are. In fact, those are probably a bit better than the A340 actually. While that starts, I'm just going to get the doors to auto. So arm them.
Sir.
Arm doors.
Aye, sir. All doors are in automatic position.
There goes the fuel. How's the VNAV work? It's a little bit hit and miss right now. It's I had one flight where it worked perfectly, one flight where it completely broke. The first leg of today's stream, the climb was perfect. The descent was generally okay, but there was a few quirks and issues that need ironing out. But we'll see how it is on this flight. A little bit hit and miss, but it's not too bad as of yet. Maybe next stream A319 Bhutan Airways into Paro. Yeah, that sounds fun. I do want to fly into Paro at some point. Start engine number 1. And go flaps 5. Lovely. Would you say it's flyable for VATSIM? If you monitor it really well and you know what you're doing, then yes, I would say so. But you do have to be careful. Don't let the automation run away with itself. Just make sure you check what it's doing and that you are meeting the restrictions. But it is still a beta. So let's see what happens after a few updates, because this is the first release with the VNAV. It's only been tested internally by the FlightFactor team, so now it's been tested by, you know, well over 1,000 people. Hopefully we should get a lot of fixes coming through. Hey Apolio, welcome. Glad to see you here. First engine spooling up now.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Set the parking brake. How do you have AI traffic?
Disconnecting tow.
So
Standby.
that is from Traffic Global. Here. From Just Flight. I'm just going to edit the banner at the top there. Update it. There it is. So we'll get that updated. Yeah, the AI traffic is from Traffic Global, and I've got a separate mod which updated the schedules and the models and deliveries and everything, so they're more up to date. Because the ones that come by default with Traffic Global are a little bit outdated. Alright, so APU has started. Let's just recycle the bleed here. And alright, that fault's fixed. APU can go off.
And bypass beam has been removed. And signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Fantastic. I have experience on VATSIM with it when it was in alpha, meeting restrictions manually, but some automation after doing it so much would be nice. Yeah, so if you're used to doing it manually anyway, you shouldn't have a problem. As long as you don't, you know, let the autopilot do whatever it wants and just monitor it. If you have to switch to manual, then obviously you can do that. So I would say it's okay for VATSIM right now. So, tug driver, where have they gone? Over here. Let's get our... oh, that's the sunshade. Let's get our runway turn-off lights on. Taxi light on as well. And we'll taxi to the runway here. Is that A320 turning into here? It is, so we'll wait for them. We push back onto a empty stand here. At least we're not clogging up this area. Yeah, it looks great right now. Glad we have this lighting issue resolved. No idea what that was during our first flight, but now X-plane looks fantastic. Maybe a little bit bright, but pretty good. Are we moving? I had my toe brake set there, so we shouldn't have been moving. Alright, let's go. Using the Tobii eye tracker here for eye tracking works really nice. We should have the oh, we don't have the charts, do we? Because we restarted the sim. I'll get those up once we take off. I do of course have my charts on Navigraph though, on my tablet. We are live weather, but not live time today.
Clear left. Clear right.
Feels very nice to taxi as well. The ground handling is very good. The general handling of this aircraft is just, it's a real pleasure to fly. It really is. Pretty sure that's a runway incursion. One aircraft landed as another took off. Brand trucks drive like crazy. It looks like Leeds. PC has a Ryzen 5 5600, a little bit underperformed for the graphics card, and an RTX 4060 with 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM. It has some power, but it's also not the best. It does handle New York with max graphics. Yeah, you should be fine. Tolis aircraft are really nicely optimized. Some of the best, actually. We need to wait here for this Air Europa 787 here. This is default Barcelona. It looks very nice. Traffic Global is not free, no. I would recommend getting it on sale. It's a little bit expensive, I think, for if you buy it for the full price. But on sale, it's pretty decent. And if you the mod that I have, which updates deliveries and the schedules, is free. So, and I will be doing a video on that. The Iberia CRJ there, but we're going to turn anyway. No idea why, but Tolis kills my frames. Really? For me, Tolis are some of the best optimized aircraft in the sim for me. Much more so than the older FlightFactor 7.5 and 767s. But the new this 777V2 is very well optimized as well. Yeah, it's weird that the Tolis would kill your frames. Generally, they're pretty well optimized. Sim crash fly, no worries. Hope you have a great time. I'm LNAV VNAV now as well. And we'll taxi down to the gate. Not the gate, what am I talking about? To the runway. Runway 24 left. Yeah, what specs? There's got to be something wrong, but I have everything updated. Interesting. Maybe a reinstall might help. I'm on M1 MacBook Pro. Yeah, I think it should run fairly decent on an M1 MacBook. Right, nothing we can do about the CRJ. This is the only thing with Traffic Global. It's a great add-on, but they do like to use the opposite runway and all sorts, so we can just ignore them. What's the difference between live traffic and Traffic Global? Live traffic is free as far as I know, and is based on Flat Radar 24 traffic, whereas Traffic Global is payware. And is based on just real-world schedules, not necessarily Flight Radar 24. But I want to try live traffic again. I did try it when XP12 released, but I always had issues getting it to work. So right, so we're gonna use Golf 3 today.
Approaching 2-4.
Landing lights can come on, strobe light can come on. And it's going to be a weird intercept for the runway here, but put down TRA, we get the weather radar as well. Yeah, live traffic is free.
Clear left.
Clear right.
That must be them telling us that they're ready
Runway
for departure.
24 left.
Right. Alright, well let's go then. So 40% on the on M1 then. Let it stabilize. And toga. Off we go. 80 knots. Release forward pressure on the yoke. I believe there's an aircraft landing on the opposite side of the runway. This is the only issue I have with Traffic Global. It tends to love to use the wrong runway. Anyway, V1 rotate.
3,000 feet remaining.
Gear can go up. Lovely view. And a lovely departure out of Barcelona. The coat hangers do move in the back, yeah they do. Well, we'll get on the flight directors now. The V1, they did do the call sign, but I spoke over the V1 call sign. But there is a V1, they do call out V1. So, following the flight directors, see all the boats that just were introduced in the latest X-plane update. I'll show you the coat hangers here, hang on. Re-engage the autopilot. You don't want to do it. There it is. So if I do this, see how the coat hangers are moving, and they move based on physics and the G-forces and everything. It's pretty cool. If I rock the plane about a little bit, see how they move? Pretty cool. We'll re-engage the autopilot. We can go flaps 1. Yeah, no worries at all. There's a lot of cool features. I mean, there's coffee here, so... right, this is another cool feature. If I go over here... and do this. See how you get a rubbish cup there? If I put my coffee cup in the bin... there's another one. It's pretty cool. And all of these are, you know, openable. All these little doors and hatches. It's a very cool aircraft. Stowaway. All of these are openable as well, I think. Put the tray table away. This is a blood oxygen meter. It's pretty cool. You can put that away if you wanted. There's a lot in this aircraft, there really is. Flaps can go up completely now. So to save some time, I'm going to go straight to Dallin. I'm just going to go direct to. Just to save a little bit of time. But VNAV is working well right now. And go standard on the pressure. Fantastic. Now we can get a nice view out the window. 767-400 is a very nice add-on as well. Very nice indeed. I love flying the older aircraft in the sim. So we've got a nice turn going here, 250 knots. That should accelerate once we get over 10,000 feet. Very, very nice. The coast is just way over there from where we just took off from. Pretty much flying over ocean all the way to Nice. Only shows the 400 because of the digital screens, but I think I messed up because I love winglets in the 300. Yeah, I personally like flying the 767, 300 and 200 with the old avionics. The old avionics are so cool. I really enjoy them. There goes the seatbelt chime because we are above 10,000, so the seatbelts have gone off. They are in the auto position. Landing lights can go off, so can the runway turn off and the taxi lights. And yeah, off we go. Beautiful sounds. Lovely. Beautiful plane. Climbing nicely then to our cruise altitude of flight level 280. I think this is the call from earlier.
Captain here.
Sir, the cabin is secure and safety briefing has been completed.
Still a little bit weird lighting. I feel like the plane glows with the light reflection. Yeah, I need to mess around with my visual XP settings a little bit, I think, to get it sort of optimized. The windows are fairly tinted, yeah, in this add-on, compared to when you look at outside. They are quite tinted. Look at the amount of boats we have right now. Very nice. I see that the water model is so much nicer than XP12 11. It's much better. Much better. You can see the wake turbulence there from the boats as well. But I am using Visual XP to enhance it a little bit. So I can turn Visual XP, the water part off. That's default XP water. It still looks pretty good. You can see the waves and stuff. But Visual XP looks much, much better. Yeah, much better. Very nice. Yeah, really do love flying this aircraft. It's fantastic. Beautiful. So this is a bit of an LNAV issue. It deletes the leg for some reason, and then it will also end up going to the waypoint, but it just does it in a bit of a weird way. There's the airport that we just took off from, Barcelona. And this is all Barcelona here. Might be able to see it better from here. The city of Barcelona there. Very nice. Do you think Laminar Research will release an XPlane 13? Yes, but not for a while. Typically it's every 6 years that we're getting an XPlane. So in about 4 years time I would expect, I guess, an XPlane 13. But VNAV has been performing quite nicely on this flight. For now, you can see our top of climb there, but we're gonna make it well before that because we cut our flight plan short. And you know what I might do? I might go direct here, like that. That's a bit better. Perfect. The sounds are just beautiful. They really are. Lots and lots of nice bass and oh, it sounds great. (2010) XPlane 10, 2016 XPlane 11, 2012, 2022 XPlane 12, so approximately 2028. Yes, yeah. It's every 6 years, roughly. But Calum is right there, yeah. XPlane 12 might last a little bit longer than the previous sims. We'll have to see. Who knows where we'll be in 4 years. Brilliant. So here's flight level 280. Let's see how it levels off. And it overshot a little bit by about 40 feet, but that's not too bad. And now we're on our way. Look at that. Beautiful. That looks really nice. Yeah, and who knows what Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 will bring. That's what I love, and I think the competition between the two sims is really good. You know, they are really pushing each other to improve, so it's always a good thing. I mean, some people say they might do an Microsoft Flight Sim and release an entire new version when current one isn't fully complete. I don't think, no, Laminar won't do that, I don't think. They really won't. I don't see Laminar doing that at all. Not unless they really run into some groundbreaking new, you know, feature which would warrant a new sim, but I don't think they'll do that, to be honest. I think Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 is a bit early, in my opinion, because a lot of developers who have been developing their add-ons for years and years for Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 is now likely going to have to, you know, potentially extend their project into 2024 and therefore release for Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. But I think 2024 came a little bit early, considering there's some stuff which still isn't fixed in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. Or maybe they went, look, we need a new base. The updates that they were doing maybe weren't working or whatever. And we need a new base sim, so that's the decision they made. But either way, really excited for it. And we'll be covering it all on the channel as well. Go for a nice wing view, I think. Ortho doing a fantastic job. And if any of you have any suggestions in the comments, anything about the streams or routes, just anything really, do let me know. Have a dedicated suggestion channel on my Discord as well. Only the past 2 years is when Microsoft Flight Sim add-ons started to actually become decent. Yeah, absolutely. You know, before Phoenix, PMDG, all of that good stuff, it was struggling a little bit. It was. Still installing the author at the moment. Done NAEUR on Asia at the moment. Ah, fantastic. Yeah, do one at a time. And saw you got that error. Just restart auto and it'll continue your download. Hey, Al's welcome. I was worried there for a second. How you doing, my friend? How's the V2? It's good. It's really good. Really enjoying it. Really enjoying it. VNAV is so far playing nice on this flight. It needs a little bit of tweaking, I think, but it's pretty good so far. This aircraft is just fantastic. It really is. Lovely flyby. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, so we're on our way to Nice. Should be a nice flight in. Heading out over the water now. And where are we? Top of the Seine. Not too far off now. If we go to the VNAV page here, in fact we can go to the prog page and we can see 2 top of descent, 123 nautical miles. Fantastic. Yeah, glad we got our displays fixed as well. Yes, so how does SimBrief work? Let me put it up on the PC, right. So SimBrief itself is free. So once you create an account, SimBrief is free. When you go to the new flight, this is how you generate your flight plan. So, for example, for this flight, this is what you got to do. You can put your airline, so you can use whatever you want here. It doesn't really matter. I use CUDA for CUDA. Your flight number, again, can be anything, whatever you want. I don't even think you have to fill those out. You can leave them blank. Departure, so this is obviously your departure and arrival. So if we did Heathrow to let's see, Dubai, for example, You then select your aircraft type, so we'll do a 777, so we can select B772, which is our 777-200ER. And it makes our route. As you can see, that's our route. And that's all you got to do really. It gives you all the information you need. You can open your OFP here. Make sure you click generate as well. Give it a second, generate, and yeah, so there's your flight plan, all of that stuff, and yeah, okay, so you say you know all that. All right, fantastic. And then you can open your charts. Now, if you have Navigraph, then you can open charts as well. That's a paid subscription for the charts. But this part is completely free, and it does have performance tools as well, which are really good. Yeah, that's pretty much Navigraph, sorry, SimBrief. Not much to it, but a very, very handy tool. A must-have for flight sim. It really is. Alright. Just cruising here over the ocean. Fantastic. So yeah, we can see our top of descent point there indicated on the navigation display. What happened with the displays? So it was just some weird lighting bug that I had in XPlane for some reason. I restarted the sim and it all fixed. So just a one-time, you know, weird bug. How do you make it look like you have right now? What do you mean? Do you mean like this? So because I have Navigraph, I've got it set to world map. But this is what you'd have as default, right? And then if you have the Navigraph subscription, you can select all of these as well. But I think you can only do this if you have Navigraph, which is a paid subscription. It's a paid subscription for Navigraph. Yeah, all the charts, flight planning tools. It's a very, very good piece of software. Highly recommend Navigraph. Stick with SimBrief for now. Yeah, honestly, I used SimBrief on its own for many, many years until I finally upgraded to Navigraph, so you can definitely do that. Not much to look out at the windows at the moment, unfortunately. On this aircraft, you can pop out the displays as well. You can make them bigger here, like that, if you did want to. Really quite nice. Clouds look really good. Yeah, they do, right? This is again Visual XP. This is a paid add-on. Is enhancing these a little bit, so you can turn it off. That's the default clouds, as you can see. And then this is with Visual XP turned on, so it does make quite a nice difference in my opinion. But yeah, big step up from XPlane 11 for sure. Alright, making this turn here. I think we can get a nice slow-mo shot of this. Beautiful. Fantastic. Very nice. I'm going to put a fix in place for some situational awareness. So let me see, LFMN, and then we'll put the runway in, so 04 right. But 10 nautical mile fix in just for situational awareness. I like doing this at all the airports I fly to. Must have for XP12. Yeah, it's really very good. And it should be getting a compatibility update soon as well to make all the features fully compatible with 12.1. So really looking forward to that. Notice how if we look here, the graining on the clouds, if I pan, the graining goes away. And then when the camera is still, the graining comes back. That's interesting. Cloud shimmer slightly, but especially nice with TS clouds. Yep. Of course, wipers and everything work as well. Nice sounds. Yeah, that's just the cloud rendering. It's a bit strange. It needs a little bit more fine tuning, I think, for XP12 that is. But Visual XP does help fix a lot of that. So there's the airport, there's our arrival route in. Can got our VREF speed, which is going to be 135 today. And we'll probably do auto brake 1. Should be okay. Got a nice tailwind pushing us along a little bit. But this aircraft will cruise at Mach 0.84 if we were a little bit higher. That's what it normally cruises at on a long haul. If you haven't already, do like and subscribe to the stream. It really does help the channel out. And if you do want to, if you don't want to miss any of my future streams or videos, you can hit the notification bell and it will give you a notification whenever I upload, or when I'm about to go live. .84 is like 340 knots. It depends. Depends on your altitude. So 0.84 knots could be like 260 knots. It could be 300. It really depends. The higher you go, the slower it's going to be. in terms of your indicated airspeed at least. Thank you very much for subscribing, Minnow. Look at those clouds, look really nice. Nice weather system over here. Yeah, look at that, not bad at all. Actually turning into all that weather now. So air density, right, yeah, so essentially it's as you go up in altitude, the air density will decrease. Now, as the air density decreases, that means the air, you know, the particles are more spread out, and therefore the speed of sound actually slows down. And Mach is obviously based on the speed of sound, and you know the speed of sound varies at different altitudes. So the speed of sound at sea level is roughly 720 meters per second, but at a higher altitude, like it might be 650 meters per second, as you know, but it will slow down as you go higher up. And then there's all the difference between our indicated airspeed, true airspeed, ground speed, etc. I will do a video on explaining this actually. Yeah, you can have a really low indicated airspeed if you're flying quite high. Yeah. Does your weather radar work? Mine doesn't work. I've got weather radar on now. It's not picking anything up, so I've not actually seen it pick anything up at all. So I don't think it is. Check what mode it's on actually. Where's weather radar? Put it on there. Yeah, I don't think it is, to be honest. I've not seen anything be picked up on it. I learned that in school after all. It does have anything in common. Yeah, it's really interesting stuff. I study it as part of my aerospace engineering degree that I'm doing right now. But it's very, very cool stuff, definitely. It's useful to know as well as an airline pilot. So we're in some cloud now. We are about to enter at this Sophie waypoint. That is the border, essentially, for French airspace. So in a second, it'll tell us to reset MCP alt. And we'll do that when it tells us to. And we'll set, let's see, we'll set 10,000 probably, flight level 100. I'm going to set my minimums here. So the minima for this approach is... it's going to be 290. Let's set that. And that'll be barometric. So 290, we'll copy it over to the first officer's side as well. Do you actually think the Tolis A320neo is better than the Phoenix 320? Yes, the flight model is... visually, the Phoenix is a lot better and the sounds are better. But in terms of the flight model, I would say Tolis. The systems are pretty good on both. Maybe a little bit better in the Tolis. But the Phoenix is like half the price, so... Yeah, XPlane does have less limitations as well, for sure. That's a big thing. I think Microsoft Flight Sim and the add-ons could be even better if there wasn't so many limitations that are for some reason imposed by Azobo. Like FS Realistic, for example, it can manipulate your view laterally but not vertically for some reason. It's just it's really strange. Or I think it's the other way around. It can manipulate your view vertically but not laterally. Very weird limitation. Yeah, so the Tolis dev, so GK and in fact Juliana, I believe, are both system engineers in the past and have worked at Airbus, working on Airbus systems, and I think they worked on for de Havilland at some point as well. I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but they are previously system engineers. Yeah, that's why the Tolis systems are as good as they are. They really have a very good understanding of them. No worries. I mean, if you want any more advice regarding the sim, then do let me know. How you get the clouds looking so good? Visual XP. So I've got the clouds on. If I turn it off, that's default X-plane. Obviously, I've got the atmosphere lighting on as well. But if I turn that back on, let the lighting settle. There it goes. And then the clouds. Yeah, the clouds for Visual XP are significantly better. Actually going to save that as it is. Phoenix is really good though. You can get the 321, 319 and 320, both engine types, sharkless and non-sharkless soon, for still cheaper than just one Tolis. Yes. The Phoenix aircraft have got a crazy good value to money. They really are. And, it's great that we have such high quality 320s aircraft in both sims. They really are both very good. Is it much yeah, the 320 is much easier to start than the 737, definitely. If you can, start 73 and fly that, then you can do a 320, absolutely. It's very, very automated. It really is. And the whole fly-by-wire system makes life a lot easier. Auto trim, all sorts of different modes and protection systems. It's a very, very complex aircraft, but in a good way. It reduces the workload for pilots massively. What I find so interesting about the Tolis and just the Airbus aircraft in general. See some more orthos coming in now, looking fantastic. Yeah, so if you don't have Microsoft Flight Sim, then it would be more expensive, yeah, absolutely. And I wouldn't recommend getting Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 right now, since 2024 is going to come out pretty much within, I'm pretty sure, a month or two. I think it's October or September release, so... engine rust. Okay, that's gone away by itself. That's fine. Thought we were going to have a bit of an issue there. But yeah, Minor, the Tolis aircraft are on sale right now as well, so it would be a good chance to get them. Oh, was it November? Yeah, it may have been. Not September, yeah, absolutely. I think I said September because last time it was September, right? Or was it August in 2020? So I can't believe it's been 4 years. It's crazy. Looks great. Default explain weather. So the weather is just default live weather, but I'm using Visual XP here. So for the clouds, you can turn it off and on. And I'm using the atmosphere setting as well. So I do have a Visual XP running as well. Yeah, 2020 was August release. So as I said previously, my plans were to get TCA Airbus pack, then get Microsoft Flight Sim 24 when it comes up. From what I've seen and heard tonight, I'll be telling my parents I changed my mind since they're the ones taking care of the money. Yeah, the TCA Airbus pack is a fantastic starter pack as well. I had it as well. It's pretty good for the price, and you'll be able to fly some nice Airbus operations with that as well. There's a lot of free mods, especially for XPlane 11, which can get XPlane looking really good. I mean, Enhanced Skyscapes, which is a cloud mod for XPlane 11, is now free. It used to be payware, but it's now free, and it gets your clouds looking really good. And then you have Orthos and Sim Heaven and all of that stuff. But you know, when you get it all, then feel free to post on my Discord, and we can help you get everything set up. Yeah, those Airbus throttles are fantastic. I kind of miss the detents because I don't have detents anymore for auto throttle, you know, climb and flex and stuff on my Honeycomb Bravo. I kind of missed out on the TCA yoke, but I'm going to try and make some of my own. And look at this, is all auto, and it looks fantastic. I'm really happy with how auto has been performing recently. Very, very nice. My starter pack is actually Logitech Attack 3 from my dad, but it doesn't give the feel of natural airliner. Thank you for letting me know. I'll send something when I... Yeah, absolutely, yeah. The Airbus side stick, the Thrustmaster one, is pretty good for beginner, or at least for as a starter pack. But when you get more into it, you can upgrade, of course. Yeah, the throttles are in good care now, Caleb. Yeah. I hope you're enjoying them. Now we need the Airbus 8X for the trifecta of system depth. Yeah, that is one I'm really looking forward to. It's such a cool plane anyway, and then Airbus are great devs. Looking forward to that. Welcome to the stream, Skylar. So transition altitude here in France is not showing on my chart. I think we'll just go with 6,000. I think it's that anyway. And let's see, what is our QNH? Sorry I'm a bit late, slept at 6 AM. Wow. No worries. It's a uni life. Right. Where were we? QNH 1015, we'll get that preset for the moment. VNAV doing a nice job at the moment, actually. Happy with it. Good old mess of sleep schedule, I feel that. Yeah, I know. I know exactly what you're talking about. Sleep schedules do indeed get messed up. In Europe, the usual transition altitude is 6k feet. It varies across Europe, but yeah, 6k is a decent... in the UK, it's 6k at least. For transition altitude, but transition level is generally 1,000 above that, so 7,000. Or flight level 070. So on the way down, it's different to the way going up. Alright, descending nicely. Beautiful. I think we should go for a little flyby here. Nice Air France livery. This comes with the aircraft. It's a default livery. So applying to a job and they wanted a video cover letter. I have some film lights, I had to set them up. Ah, yeah. Applying to jobs can be hard work. They really can be. And they ask for all sorts these days. Not just as simple as sending in a CV or something. They ask for a lot. Yeah, the default liveries that come with the FlightFactor are pretty good, honestly. They are. They're pretty good. Portugal as well. I did not know about transition level. Learned so many things today. But all I have to say is thank you for your help. I'll be getting in on future live stream. Well, glad to have you there. Mino, I'm glad that we can all be of help. That is what the channel is for. So really happy about that. Yeah, Caleb. Have fun while you can. Then you start applying to... What is going on with the lighting again? Yeah, when you start applying to jobs and stuff, it takes a lot of time. Alright, let's get the landing lights on in preparation here. And the runway turn off taxi lights. Alright. So, by typic, we need to be under flight level 120, which we're going to do just fine. Max 250 knots. We've only got 10 knots bleed off, so VNAV has done a good job there. Happy with that. And then we can continue our descent down to 080. Twitch used to have a decent aviation community. I think it still has, but it's also quite saturated as well, so it can be difficult starting out. But yeah, you know, just keep at it. It's all about consistency. Oh yeah, Caleb, you'll have a lot more freedom, but college, you'll have a lot more work. Trust me, you'll have a lot more work. You know, when I went to college and sixth form and stuff, I thought, oh, A-levels, there's only 3 subjects. Significantly less than GCSEs. Yeah, but it's like 4 times more work. So... Uni is when you can relax a little bit more. Uni's quite, you get a lot of time off. So it's just leveling off here at just over 10,000 because it's slowing itself down to 240 actually, nice. And then it's going to start its descent again. Alright. VNAV handling itself quite nicely at the moment. X-plane skies look superior to Microsoft Flight Sim. You know, it looks pretty good. I mean, yeah, I've got Visual XP right now, but it looks pretty good. I saw the Rex, you know, atmosphere add-on that they're bringing, and I just think it makes it look like X-plane. It makes the Microsoft Flight Sim look a bit more like X-plane, in my opinion, which was a strange one. Have you seen the forum devs have been... You know, they've been doing so much work. They really have. They've been doing a great job. And HKK has just done so much. I thought he was just doing sounds, and then he's been doing, like, the various landing autopilot systems and the flight model. And, yeah, he's been doing a lot. Get a little bit of speed breakout. Arm it again. My goal is not being famous like some other YouTubers. I look forward to being someone like you. Not many people in the chat, but still enough to keep me entertained. That's the only way. Yeah, I agree. But I just do this. I enjoy it. Helps people out, so can't go wrong, really. Never expected him to do flap runs. Yeah, I know, right? I saw that. It's crazy. The amount of work that must go into that. I mean, very, very talented for sure. Alright, so let's see what our next altitude is. We need to go down to 4,000 for the ILS, so let's set that now. And it's gonna start descending, hopefully. VNAV path. There's the descent, fantastic. You can see my 10 nautical mile fix as well. VNAV was also priority, yeah, absolutely. Alright. Aircraft's going a bit quick. Slow it down. HK also has a task to redo wing flex, auto cabin lights. Sent it a list of what he's got to do in Discord, but there's too much chat to find. Wow. Yeah, he's got a lot to do. He was streaming the other week when changing the FMN flight model. I was watching it live in FlightFactor BC. I didn't understand a single thing. Really, really cool to see. Yeah, you know, developing that kind of stuff must be really cool. They are very, very talented for sure. See how the lighting just changed there that quick? Interesting. Can I see your visual XP settings for the clouds? Yeah, HD Sim, absolutely. Welcome to the stream. So I've got the atmosphere stuff here if you wanted to take a look at that. Maybe screenshot it. And then I've got the clouds here. I've not adjusted anything much other than the cloud density, the cloudiness, and the lighting down here a little bit. But other than that, not really adjusted much there. So what I'm going to do here is arm the speed brake, and we'll start slowing it down in a second. Beautiful. Looks nice down here. The Discord link isn't working. Oh, I think because Nightbot has cut off the end of that hyperlink, the F and the B at the end. So if you want to copy and paste it in, it should work. But there is a link in the description as well. If it still doesn't work, let me know. But I don't know why Nightbot has cut the link off there for a little bit. And aircraft slowing down on its own actually quite nicely, so we're going to let the aircraft do its thing here. Let's see how it goes. What did you say you used for the eye tracking? Tobii eye tracker I use, the Tobii eye tracker 5. I do have a video on it and how it works with XPlane. Thanks, Calum. Thanks for that. I was going to get you to connect to Hoppy and I'll send you a message via CPDLC, but my auto still has a while to go. Yeah, we can do that. I'll be in the 777 again probably tomorrow, so we can do it tomorrow maybe. What about the planned cruise wins? Can you enter them now into the flight plan in this FMC? I haven't tried the last version yet. So if we go to VNAV cruise, I think in maybe two forecast wins. You can enter them manually, but you can't request them yet. You can enter them manually, I believe. I think, is that what you were asking about, Frank Byte? HKK needs to... Alright, we're going to go flaps 1. And... arm the approach. No approach? No? Okay, let's see what the ILS is doing here. Aircraft is slowing down further. That's going to be a bit too slow. I'm going to leave it at 180 for now and go flaps 5. Where's my ILS? Why isn't it auto-tuned it? So ILS is 1117, so 110.7. Someone on my Discord had this issue the other day. Interesting. What I'm going to have to do here before we get high. Or maybe we're too far out. That did it. Okay, I think I'm going to disconnect here. And fly it manually. Not sure why I didn't auto-tune ILS, but let's slow it down. We may orbit here. 135, alright, that's fine. Get this thing slowed down, full speed brake. Shall we go raw data? Let's go raw data. I'm going to get the gear down early to help reduce drag, increase drag even, so we can slow down. We're landing, what runway are we landing? Runway 04 right, so the right runway. Let's go over there. Flaps 15. We'll stow the speed brakes now, we'll arm them. That works. Alright. Well, we covered that. Just about. I'll take a look at the chat soon. And the localizer is offset by 2 degrees apparently. So we'll probably follow the glide slope down but go visual. About 5 miles out. We'll set the trim because the trim is way out. Flaps 25 then. Still a bit high. Just trying to get my charts ready here as well for the taxi. Alright. So we're on the glide slope there quite nicely. Let's go flaps 30 now. Could be set for the landing. Trim. Thought the 777 has auto trim, but sometimes that's better. It's nice and in trim now. Always want to be in trim so you've got, you know, as much deflection as possible on the controls and reduces pilot workload by a lot.
Approaching 4 right.
When you land, are you able to show me your pitch settings? Do you mean the control curves? I can for sure, yeah. So flying nice visual approach here. Looking actually very nice. Don't want to get high here. Got a bit of wind pushing us. We're getting high, but we are still 2 red, 2 white on the pappies.
300 minimums.
So looking good here. Pretty much just visual now.
200.
Bit high.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh, that was really hard. Jeez. That was not a good landing. Alright, bringing those wheel down. Reverses out. That was terrible. Way too hard. But we do our decelerating here. Reverses are out. That was a terrible, terrible, terrible landing. We'll take this next exit. Stow the reversers. Disarm the auto brake. There we are. Look at niche. Looks fantastic though. Oh, what happened to the RAS there? Alright, we'll take this exit.
Approaching runways.
The RAS is a bit broken, it looks like, as well. Ryanair, we're proud. Yeah. If Ryanair flew 777s, please pay for my chiropractor after that. Yeah, that was that was a terrible, terrible landing. Jeez. May need some pain meds when we deboard. Yeah, should we get emergency services to the stand? Right, flaps can go up. Stow the speed brakes, landing lights can go off.
Clear left. Clear right.
Runway turn-off lights stay on, strobe light off. APU can go on. Watch where we're going. APU can go on. TCAS. Standby. Weather radar off. Auto throttle disarmed. Terrible landing. Terrible approach. Terrible landing. Yeah, I can show you the control settings, Caleb, when we park up. Alright, and we're gonna make a right here.
Clear left. Clear right.
What stand? Shall we just go in one of these stands here? I think that'll work. Nope, nope. I think those click spots need a bit of work. We'll go in here. It might be a bit big for 777, but it should be okay. Then we'll take a look at the replay. I don't want to look at that replay of that landing. But we will anyway. And we'll park it up here. Do we get a marshaller? Let's see. I guess not. We'll do this manually then. And about there, I think. Set the parking brake. That's alright, it's not too bad. Flaps can go all the way up. There we are. Right, APU is on, beacon, engines. Alright. Dark Kit, it's 100% worth the money. It's very, very, very good. For $90, it's very good. It's the best, yeah, one of the best, absolutely. It does have VNAV, trajects in pilot, it does, yeah. Alright, well, let's take a look at that landing then. I'm just going to complete the flight on Volanta. And alrighty, let's take a look at this. Terrible, terrible landing. Is that a bit too far out? No, we can fast forward it. Look at all the boats in the new update. Fantastic. Really cool, especially around Nice and, you know, Monaco area. Alright, well, let's take a look at this then. It's still work in progress, yep. Absolutely. Oh yeah, flare just came a little bit too late. Terrible. Oh, come on. Stop lagging. This scenery is a default Aerosoft one that comes with XP12. Yeah. Nose got low and then flare way too late. Terrible. Is there a nice tower view? There is. See the rudder doing a lot of work there at the back. Very, very nice. VNAV is built within the aircraft. It's not an add-on of the aircraft. But the VNAV is work in progress, and this is still an early beta version of the aircraft. It's not the final release version, but very much worth the money. And, you know, hot start is great. Hot start is great, and this is Really is up there with the hot start. It really is. It really is. Look at that. It's a beautiful plane as well. Modeling is great. Yeah, the VNAV isn't any extra money at all. It's completely free if you've already purchased the aircraft. Got the plane bending. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Minnow, welcome back. How was it? The landing was absolutely... No, let's play it one more time. It's absolutely terrible. Do it from a different angle this time, I guess. One more time, and then we'll call it a day for the stream. Stream is... X-Plane is lagging a little bit here. Alright, that's better. Alright. If it stops lagging, we can take a look at this replay. Oh, come on, X-Plane. Oof. Yeah, terrible landing. It was center land, though. But yeah, pretty terrible landing. Yeah, there it is. Darky, like I said, it's still work in progress. So yes, it does have a couple of issues right now, but they will be fixed. It will be fixed for sure. And you can't really build an aircraft from VNAV straight away. You know, there's other things you need to program and develop and all sorts before you can get onto VNAV because of, you know, just how complex VNAV is and all the calculations and stuff. But it'll get there. It'll get there. This kind of landing's happening with a rotate MD-11 because it's extremely difficult to flare properly. Yeah, it is. MD-11 is difficult to land. It really is. And when you get a nice landing on that, it's very satisfying. It really is. Ryanair approved. Yeah, absolutely. Nobody died, so it's all good. Yeah, well, we can walk away just about. We can just about walk away from it, so it's not too bad, I guess. Well, that's going to be the end of the stream today. It's a bit of a longer one, but still really enjoyed it. FlightFactor 777 is now public, so any of you can go ahead and purchase it now. It is about $10 cheaper than if you buy it when it releases fully in February of 2025, apparently. We'll be back tomorrow, probably in the 777 again. So if you have any route suggestions and everything, then do just let me know. So, thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow, and stay safe.